I'm gonna spend the next 24 hours reading in Apple Vision Pro. Why? When these first came out, my first thought was, what is reading gonna be like in those? Because as you can see, I like reading a little bit. These were my first questions. Is it gonna be easier to read because there's less distractions from the outside world? Number two, is it gonna make reading even more immersive? Because the reason I love reading fiction is because it feels like I actually get transported to wherever I'm reading about, but this is gonna be so up close and the only thing that you're looking at, so will reading like a Stephen King horror book become even more scary? Or will reading about dragons feel like I'm actually there even more than I already do? These are the questions that I have. Okay, so I thought, let me just read for 24 hours and we will pretty quickly answer all of these questions. It's 11 a.m. on a Monday and I'm going in. Ugh. First, I need to buy a book. It actually comes with Apple Books and I've never read on Apple Books. So this is the current bestsellers list and I'm actually in the middle of this book right here. $16.99, oh my gosh. Well, I'm buying this one. Whoa, this is crazy. Okay, well, while that loads, you've probably seen these books before. This is the ACOTAR series, aka A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's fantasy romance. It has millions of readers. And this is her newest series called Crescent City. And this is the third book that came out like 4 days ago. So I'm in the middle of this. I want to see if the experience is better in the Apple Vision Pro. So I tried to buy the book and every time I try to open it, it just won't load. I've been sitting here trying to troubleshoot this for so long and I feel like I'm pretty good at technology, but this is confusing me. So we've got the bookstore here, new and trending, trying to read this one. She won't load. What else should I read? I kind of want like a fun little romance. Okay, not that one. No, I don't want that. I kind of want to read an Allie Hazelwood book. I just love her books so much and I haven't read this one, Love on the Brain, $9.99. Let's see if it works if I try to buy this. I click buy and it just does this. Looks like I can't buy this one either. 40 minutes later, I got it to work. Here we are. I have my PB&J sandwich because I'm hungry now. Let's finally start this challenge. Ready, steady, go. Holy crap, I'm reading an Apple Vision Pro. Let's do this, eh? So far, my chewing is making it wobble, which is not a pleasant experience. So maybe you can't eat while reading an Apple Vision Pro. I can read it like this or like this. And I can change the landscape. I'm sorry, buddy. Environments. Oh my gosh, what environment should I do? I love reading on the beach. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I don't like the immersion. Oh my gosh. That actually just scared me. Why? I don't like this. I'm in a different world. Oh my gosh. Why do I actually not like this? Let me choose a different one. This is so creepy. This is crazy. I kind of just like the black and then just the reading. Oh, there's Yosemite. Or Yosemite. Oh my gosh, I did not just say that. There's like noise playing in my ears too. Okay, I kind of like fall light, like kind of a yellow light around. It's kind of warmer. There's like white noise playing. Wait, this is kind of nice. I'm gonna read like this for a second. The birds in my ear are really nice, actually. Let's just say I'm immersed, okay? Holy crap, I'm so immersed. We're strapping in. I'm reading. Oh, he's trying to look at my face. I'm having a hard time with this. Look at all these books and I'm reading whatever this is. I don't even know how to describe it. I literally have the urge to flip my camera to show you what I'm looking at and it doesn't exist in real life other than in here. That is so trippy. I really don't like how it feels like it's just like sagging my skin down because it's so heavy and it's just like weighing down. The bird noises are so nice. I think laying on my back is the move. I finally settled in. Pretty relaxed and not gonna lie. I am worried for my vision because I don't know how to change the brightness and it just feels so bright and so close to my eyes. There's no way this can be good for your eyes, but I don't know. I'm just trying to pet Spock, but it's like flipping the pages. I've been reading for 1 hour. The biggest things that I'm experiencing is that I just feel the urge to like hold it up like this because it's so heavy. I've said it multiple times, but it's just like 20 pounds are just digging into my face and then pulling down. So even when I'm laying on my back, I feel the need to just like go like this and lift it. And number two, the like autumn landscape that I have on the back, it's making it a little bit orange hued and it has the like white ocean noise and the birds. And I took it off for 1 second and I was shocked that those noises like weren't real. Like, I feel like I actually got so used to it that it felt like I was in the environment, and it was pretty jarring to actually like see the actual room for the first time. And I've read 40 pages in an hour, which is pretty slow, but it's a pretty heavy world building fantasy book, so that kind of makes sense. But focusing for an hour was really easy, which in real life it's usually very hard to focus for that long without wanting to check my phone. But it just doesn't, it feels like you're like in another landscape. It doesn't feel like you're in the room that you're in. So I had no urge to like reach for my phone because I don't even like know where it is. Those are my thoughts so far. Let's begin again. And I'm reading. You can't even tell. Isn't that kind of creepy? Oh, these ocean noises out of my ear. I'm changing the setting. Holy crap. I'm on top of a mountain. Oh my gosh, that was so scary. I'm not even being dramatic, like it's so jarring. It feels like, it obviously doesn't feel real, but like, what is my brain supposed to think when it just sees a cliff? It's been 3 hours and 21 minutes. I think I'm almost to page 600. I have a headache and I'm contemplating taking like Advil or something, which isn't good because we're only 3 hours in. Oh gosh.
What?
I'm in the desert.
Oh, are you?
I don't like being in these landscapes that actually freak me out.
I like just the pass-through mode.
What's that?
Turn off the landscape.
Trying to figure that out. How are you doing this?
Turning this knob.
Oh my gosh, what'd you just do to me?
I just turned this knob off.
What
baby.
knob? What knob?
That one. Spin it.
Oh wow, you're an expert. Everyone say thank you, Ryan, in the comments because I stole his Apple Vision Pro for this video.
Thank you, Ryan.
Your generosity is going to affect readers around the world with this experiment. So typically, Ryan and I would watch our show together at this time, but I gotta read.
You can still kind of watch it, right? Why don't you do that? Why don't you put the book right there and then
Okay,
have
I'll
our
put my
show
book
here?
up.
The clicking is so funny.
Hey guys. While I was trying to read while also watching the show, let's just say the show I was watching is One of Us is Lying, which is a book I read, and it got really good. So was I reading super slow? Yes. Yes, I was. I just hit hour 7. I have not read nearly as many pages as I would have if I wasn't in this, which is actually really interesting. You would have thought that I would have had less distractions, but I feel like because I can see through this to the outside world, I was actually just still trying to get things done, which makes no sense. But it's nighttime now. I have no distractions. Ryan won't be bothered by my little lamp that I usually have on when he tries to go to bed and I want to stay up late reading. This is potentially a solution to that. We'll see how long I last, but I'm not gonna make it a goal to stay up all night because I've gotten sick from doing too many of these videos. And sleep is very important for you. Good morning. So you're wondering when I fell asleep because I did admit to you I was not gonna stay up all night. I'm sorry. You listened to one too many Huberman podcasts and you just can't even do it for a YouTube video anymore, okay? So I'm at 7.5 hours. I think I'm on page 650, which let's see where that's in the book. It's kind of blurry, but if I really wanted to, I could. Why is it so blurry? Actually, I could not be able to read that. So we only have this much of the book. Reading last night started off so nice because Ryan could go to bed and I stayed in my own world. But then there was a scene in the book where they're going to like this morgue. There's a living dead person and that freaked the crap out of me. Freaked the crap out of me. So I went to bed after that because it was a little bit too immersive for me. Is my vision going bad? It's actually so blurry today. I feel like my vision's going bad, which I'm actually really scared of. Ugh, the scary thing is I'm getting so used to it and I kind of enjoy it. I mean, my head feels like it's in a cooker. What does that really mean? A cooker? My head feels like it's in a pressure tank. Let's resume. Oh my gosh, just hit my head. I think Spock's trying to get my attention. It's so sad. Whenever I pet him, it just like interferes with the page. Oh, hi. Whoa. Oh gosh, here we go. Ow! Rude! He keeps kissing me and I can't defend myself. Finally finished that book. It took me 6 days and a 24-hour reading challenge. 11 hours, 15 minutes. Not too shabby. The last 150 pages of the book were so intense that I had no trouble staying focused, really. But my brain feels like whenever you scroll on TikTok for hours and then you put down your phone and your head just feels like there's pressure and you're like swimming underwater. I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't feel good. So I'm going to attempt to change into workout clothes and gonna go outside and try to do a little workout whilst we pick our next book. I don't know how this is gonna work. Here we are. Since I don't know what I'm reading next, I'm just gonna open the bookstore and I guess in between sets scroll and figure out what we're gonna read. And I'm slightly terrified that I'm gonna topple over when I try to squat wearing these. While searching for the next book, I actually stumbled across the new Ali Hazel book that had come out that day, and I fully had forgotten that it was coming out, but it was the first thing I saw on the bestsellers list, so I immediately purchased it. And after like one set of deadlifts, I knew it was a wash, so I decided to try to take these out in public and begin my reading of this new book by Ali Hazelwood at the park. Well, I'm back from that little social experiment. I hated every second of that. I think I only got a few looks. No one really caught on. I was hiding behind a tree. But it's so interesting to think these are so new that places don't really have rules on it yet. So that was interesting. The breeze felt great on my skin though. And the book that I chose actually just came out today. And I went from so weary of if I could continue this challenge to so excited to continue because Ali Hazelwood's new book, Bride, just came out and it's her first attempt at a fantasy. And I am so excited. It's like the perfect follow-up to this book. We're staying in the fantasy romance vein, but it'll be a way shorter book and her writing is so easy to read. I love her writing so much. So I have a newfound sense of hope that we can continue this challenge. I also hit 12 hours, which means we're halfway through this thing. We've got a new book that I'm very excited to read. I'm gonna order some yummy food and we're gonna get this done. My forehead hurts so bad, it hurts so bad. We are in Barnes & Noble right now, guys. Will these Apple Vision Pro make this store go out of business? Okay, I'm trying to buy the book that I'm reading in here. I can't see very well. Oh my gosh, there's so many employees in my bathroom. I'm back from the bookstore. Apparently all of the beeping was a once a year inventory check where they like take inventory of every single item. And it just happened to be the one time that I walked in there with these on. But I got these two books. I was really excited to see where I was physically in this book because I had no context for it really. And it seems like I'm on page 1. Oh, I can't really read that. It's actually pretty blurry in these when you're looking at the world. I'm gonna guess that says 142. These are the bookmarks I'm launching, by the way. If they're not already launched by the time this video goes out, they will be soon. You have no idea how much this book has changed the tide of this video. Ali Hazelwood's books are just the easiest, fastest books to read. She writes in a way that makes me forget to check the page number until I've read like 15 pages already, which is crazy because the book I just read had me checking the page count like every single page and it just felt so slow. So this is so refreshing. Like even getting to page almost 150 in what feels like not that long at all is so nice. And this is her first attempt apparently at a fantasy-esque book. It's still definitely a romance. It just happens to be between a werewolf and a vampire girl, or a vampire and a were, but it's a forced marriage because of the rivalry between the vampires and the werewolves. And it's perfect and amazing and I'm obsessed already. And I was just about to hit 15 hours and it's 11 p.m. so I'm gonna try to stay up for as long as humanly possible. Going outside 3 times a day definitely lifted my spirits, but I was complaining to Ryan about the fit of these and he was telling me that it might just be the wrong fit for my head because apparently there's like tons of different fits that you can get, which makes way more sense because if this isn't comfortable then no one's gonna want to use it, and I didn't buy this one for myself, so it makes sense that it doesn't fit probably as well as it could. I'm gonna continue reading this book in here. We'll see how that goes. Here we go. Good morning. Listen, it is the next day, but this little tracksuit has been going onto my closet floor and then back onto my body throughout this video. Last night, I fell asleep, stopped the timer, woke back up, kept reading, and then fell asleep. Woke up in my library at like 3:30 a.m. and then crawled up the stairs and went to bed. I finished the book. This is my book sleeve, by the way. I don't even know if this is out by the time this video is, but I'll go more in depth in a different video. I finished this book. It was probably the easiest thing I could have chosen to read for this video. It was a snappy, good old time. I think I'm gonna give this book like a 4.5 stars. Pretty crazy. So far we've only read fantasy romance books in this video. And the next book that I wanna read is going to be an experiment because I think this book has a very high probability of making me cry. And I wanna see what will happen if I'm reading a book and it makes me cry and I'm wearing these. And that book is If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nowlin. It's the sequel to If He Had Been With Me, which is a young adult little coming of age romance story with a tragedy, and they just tell you the tragedy in the prologue and then you read the entire story. And that book made me cry. This is from another character's POV, and I only have 3 hours left of this challenge, and I have no idea if I'll be able to finish this book in that amount of time, but I'm gonna eat myself a little snack and get started on this book for the rest of our 3 hours. Wait, I'm trying to open my chips and it's just flipping the pages all around. I don't know if I'll be able to eat. If I move very slowly, I can eat. Here we go. This is the part that should make me cry. Well, it's not making me cry yet, so I'm gonna stop recording. With only 1 hour left of the challenge, I finally had enough data to tell you. Is reading in the Apple Vision Pro better than our old, archaic paper books? Will we abandon libraries and bookstores for the more immersive experience that the Apple Vision Pro can give us readers? 30 seconds left. Oh my gosh, I stopped it perfectly. Okay, get this off my head. Oh my gosh. Do I prefer reading in Apple Vision Pro? No, absolutely not. Not at all. It is easier to focus, but I was probably comfortable for maybe max 30 minutes at a time, but the rest of the time I was fidgeting the entire time, could not get comfortable. My temples feel like there are 2 rods just pressing in like this. I don't foresee myself putting these back on my head after this video is over. I don't know why I would. So we read these 2 books and I got exactly 54% through. This book, I took so many breaks in between. I physically could not keep this on my head for more than like 3 hours, and I am too weak for challenges like this. I'm here for cozy, fun, sometimes a little experimental videos. I will keep my Kindle and my physical books over the Apple Vision Pro any day. So there it is, folks, case closed.